The snail problem is actually two problems. You're going to have to change 1 millimeter per second to meters per day, and that will be your answer in the first column. And then your second problem will be where you take the 1 millimeter per second and you change it to kilometers per week. So I just want to multiply by factors where my units cancel. So I've started with 1 millimeter per second, and I want millimeters to I'm gonna worry about, I want to go to meters first. I want millimeters to cancel. So I've got millimeters in the numerator, so I need to have millimeters in the denominator, so those cancel. And they tell me in the problem that 1 meter is 1,000 millimeters. Now we're trying to go, so I've got meters. Okay, meters on the top, that's great. Now I want to get days in the bottom, and it's going to take a couple factors to get there. So I want to get to days. So I need for seconds to cancel. And there's 60 seconds in 1 minute. And if I see the seconds are in the numerator, and that's going to cancel with seconds there. Now in the denominator, I've got minutes, and I'm trying to go to days. So there's 60 minutes in 1 hour. So now these minutes cancel. And now I want to go to day. There are 24 hours in 1 day. So here the hours cancel. So what am I left with? I'm left with meters here. Let me change to a different color. Meters over day, which is what I want. So in the top, I have a 60 and a 60 and a 24 meter. And in the denominator, I've got a 1,000 times units, which is days, is what's left. So 60 times 60 is 3,600. And normally I don't like to multiply things out, but I couldn't easily cancel. Bring the 24 over, and that's meters. And I've got 1,000 day. So cancel those zeros. And then on the side of my paper, I multiplied 36 times 24, and I got 864 meters over 10 days. And then I divide the top by 10, and I got 86.4, and that's one of the answers. Okay, now in the bottom, let's start over again. I'm starting with 1 millimeter per second, and this time I want to go to kilometers per week. So I multiplied 1 meter over 1,000 millimeters, so the millimeters canceled. And now I want to cancel out, I'm trying to go to kilometers, I want to cancel out the meters, and they tell me in the problem that 1 kilometer is 1,000 meters, so now they cancel. So my units in the numerator are kilometers, and that's where I want to be. So now let's worry about taking seconds to week. So I know I want to cancel out this second here. I know there's 60 seconds in 1 minute, so my seconds are gone. And now I want to cancel out the minutes. I know there's 60 minutes in 1 hour, so now the minutes are gone. I'm trying to go to week. I know there's 24 hours in 1 day, so the hours canceled. And then there's 7 days in 1 week. So here, days cancel. So what am I left with in the top? I'm left with what? I'm left with, let's look here. Let me see. Oh, sorry. Okay. I'm left with 60 times 60. Let me write it all out. I'm left with a 60 and a 60 and a 24 and a 7. In the denominator, I'm left with 1,000 and 1,000. And my units are what? Kilometers per week. So what I did next, I multiplied the 60 times 60 and got 3,600. And I brought over the 24 and the 7. In the bottom, I've got 1,000 and 1,000. And then I canceled these zeros, divided through by 100 is what that is. And then I'm left with a 36 times 24 times 7 in the numerator. And on the side of my paper, I multiplied that out and I got 6048. And of course, my units are kilometers per week. And in the bottom, I'm left with a 10 and 1,000, which is a 10,000. So when I divide by 10,000, that's going to move my decimal, which is right here. It's going to move it over 4 places to the left, and that gave me 0.6048, and one of my answers was 0.6. So there's my answer.